Welcome to Grid Down, your ultimate survival guide when the world goes dark. In just a few minutes, we'll equip you with essential tips for thriving in a grid down scenario. Subscribe now and join our community of like-minded individuals. Let's dive in and prepare together. Faraday bags, named after the scientist Michael Faraday, who invented the Faraday cage in 1836, are designed to protect electronic equipment from electromagnetic pulses, EMPs, or solar flares. These events can generate a burst of electromagnetic energy that can damage or destroy electronic devices. Here are some reasons why having widely available Faraday bags would be advantageous in the event of an EMP or solar flare. 1. Protection of essential electronics. Faraday bags can protect essential electronics like radios, cell phones, laptops, and medical devices. This can be crucial for communication, accessing important information, and providing medical care. 2. Preservation of data. Many people store important information on electronic devices, including personal documents, photos, and educational materials. Faraday bags can protect these devices and the data on them. 3. Preparedness for recovery. After an EMP or solar flare, it will be important to restore communication and other services as quickly as possible. Protecting key pieces of infrastructure and equipment can speed up this process. 4. Cost savings. Replacing damaged electronics can be expensive. Faraday bags are a relatively cheap way to protect these devices. 5. Ease of use. Faraday bags are simple to use. You just put the electronic device in the bag and close it. 6. Portability. Faraday bags are lightweight and portable, which makes them easy to carry in a bug-out bag or emergency kit. In a world increasingly dependent on electronics, having a way to protect these devices from EMP or solar flares is more important than ever. Faraday bags offer a simple, affordable solution. As a social psychologist might observe, the impact of a large-scale EMP or solar flare event that takes down all electronic and electrical infrastructure would be profound on Western society. The effects would be both immediate and long-term and would touch every aspect of life, from basic survival needs to social structures and economic systems. Immediate impact. In the immediate aftermath, there would likely be widespread confusion and fear. People would be cut off from their usual sources of information, and many would not understand what has happened. There would likely be a rush on grocery stores and other sources of supplies as people try to stock up. Social order. As resources become scarce, social order could start to break down. There could be looting and violence as people become desperate. However, it's also possible that communities would come together to help each other out. This would likely depend on factors such as the pre-existing social cohesion of the community, the level of preparedness, and the effectiveness of any government response. Communication. Without electronic communication, people would have to rely on more traditional methods, such as face-to-face conversation and written notes. This could lead to a sense of isolation, especially for people who are used to being constantly connected. On the other hand, it could also lead to stronger local communities as people are forced to interact more with their neighbors. Economy. The economy would effectively collapse. Without electricity, most businesses would be unable to operate. People would lose their jobs, and there would be no way to buy or sell goods. Over time, people might revert to barter systems or other forms of exchange. Mental health. The stress and uncertainty of the situation could lead to a rise in mental health issues, such as anxiety and depression. However, it could also lead to increased resilience as people adapt to their new circumstances. Long-term changes. In the long term, society would likely be fundamentally changed by the experience. People might place more value on practical skills and self-sufficiency. There might be a shift away from consumerism and towards a more sustainable way of life. The experience could also lead to a greater appreciation for the benefits of technology, as well as a recognition of our vulnerability to its loss. In conclusion, a large-scale EMP or solar flare event would be a major disruption to Western society. However, the specific outcomes would depend on a variety of factors. As a social psychologist might note, such an event would provide a stark illustration of the interconnectedness of our modern society, as well as the resilience of human beings in the face of adversity. EMP Shield, a top U.S. company, offers robust omnidirectional units with a 1 picosecond reaction time. Protecting mission, critical systems and infrastructure, EMP Shield handles over 90,000 VA2, swiftly diverting overvoltage to prevent damage to electronics. I am not sponsored or affiliated with them, but I do recommend their products for the reasons I just mentioned. That's a wrap for today's survival adventure on Grid Down. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe for more quick survival lessons. Stay prepared and stay strong.